I will introduce you now to the first tool and one of the most important ones that we will be using in this class, and you will be using it if you are dealing with computer forensics. It's a free tool. It comes from a company called Access Data, and we call it the FTK Imager. FTK stands for Forensics Toolkit. It's a product of Access Data. So let's head on to the web and let's go to accessdata.com. Should be HTTP, not HTTPS, but that will take us there. So under support here, we're gonna go to product downloads. And you will notice there's a whole list of products that we can explore here, but right now we are interested in the FTK Imager. So if you click expand, we have two versions of FTK Imager. One is the normal version that you would install on your computer, on your forensic machine, and the other one is the light version. The light version, you can put it on a flash drive and you can run it from the flash drive. There is no need to install it on a computer. So each one of those have its own use. If the first one that you're installing in your forensics machine, if you want to acquire data from a hard drive or a flash drive, then you attach the drive with a write blocker to your computer and you make the image with FTK Imager. If you are acquiring certain files or even the whole drive from another computer and you don't want to install anything on it, obviously you don't want to change anything on a computer that you're investigating, so the FTK Imager Lite will come handy here and you can use it for that. So click on which one of those that you want to download. I already downloaded. You can download both. If you have a forensic machine, install it, and if you have a flash drive, also download the light version. As you see, I have it here already. It is actually a light version that I have. I will run FTK Imager, and this is the GUI interface of the Imager. What we will do here is we will try to acquire an image, a forensics image of a flash drive. I have a small flash drive here that I will create an image of. I attach the flash drive to my computer, to a write blocker first, and the write blocker to my USB drive. We do that because we don't want to write to the drive that we are investigating anything. So we have to use a write blocker. Once we did that, for the exercise, by the way, you don't need to use a write blocker right now. You can just make an image of a small flash drive that you have. Then I'm going to click on File. And as you see, we have multiple things here. But what we are interested in right now is to create a disk image. So I'm clicking Create Disk Image. And what I have is a drive that is physical. That's the flash drive that I just attached to my computer. So I'm going to keep it here, but you can also do a logical drive or contents of a folder. For now, we will do the physical drive. So click on Next after you made sure that physical drive is checked. After we click Next, we have to select the drive that we want to make the image of, and it says the source drive. So this is the source for the image that we want to create an image for. If you click on the drop down menu here, in my case I have my own hard drive of the forensics machine, and I have the other drive, the USB drive that I just attached, so I am choosing that one and I'm gonna click Finish. So now we will tell the computer where to put that image that we will create. So the image destination, we will add an image destination. First, we will choose the image type. We have three kinds that we can choose from here. We have the raw image, the DD. It's basically using the Linux command, the DD, data dump, or smart, which is Linux distribution. Smart is packed with forensics tools. You can find more about smart in asrdata.com. This is their website here, asrdata.com, and you can read about the smart Linux that they have there. What we will use today is the E01, which is the format that is used by Encase, and it is becoming actually de facto the format for forensic images. So we will click next here. Here's the window where you can enter all the information of the case. So enter the information. In real life, you enter the real, correct, and accurate information. Case number if you have case numbers. The evidence number if there is one. Unique description, in my case, flash drive. Examiner, the name of the examiner. And any notes that you have about this piece of evidence that you are making an image of. And then you click next. Here we're going to choose where is the destination of the image will be. I will put it on the desktop for now, just to make things easy. I will call it USB flash 1, and this is what I will name it. We have compression here with FTK. It will compress the image. We'll talk about compression later in the course. And the image format size in megabytes. If you want to use encryption, you can. In our case here, we will not. So I'm gonna click finish. We have here the verify image after they are created. We will talk about verification also later in the class. For now, we just gave it a name and we said where the destination is, and of course we gave what the source is, and we will start right now to make the image, the forensic image. In this case, what we're doing to redefine what is a forensic image, we are making an exact image, a bit by bit image of the drive that I am doing right here. We're making an image of the whole drive, of the whole piece of evidence that we have. As you see here, this was quick. After it finishes, it will give you the MD5 hash, and it will give you the SHA-1 hash. This is important information to verify the image after that. We don't have any bad sectors, which is good. The name and the sector count that we have, how many sectors we have on this drive. So I'm gonna hit close now that it's ready. Close, and let's see what happened here. I'm gonna minimize this. This is the image here. We call it USB flash 1. I disconnect the drive that I was making the image from. You heard the sound of the disconnect. Along with the image itself that was created, we have also a report, the same report that you saw before with the hash numbers is also saved into a text file. I'll open it here with Notepad, let's say. And this is here what you're looking at is information about the image itself. It was created with what version of FTK Imager, the information about the case that I entered, and then the most important is the MD5 checksum and the SHA-1 checksum, those that were created with the image itself. Then a verification was done, another hash was ran on it, and it gave, as you see, the same number. This is look at the hash of the MD5, it is equal to this one here. So that's conclude the creating of the forensic image that I wanted to create, and this is the major use of FTK Imager. However, I want very briefly to show you another use, or maybe another two uses that we have with FTK Imager. So this part from here on is separate. You can use FTK Imager to view an image that you have, not only to create an image but also to view an image. So let's try to do that. I will open FTK Imager again, and before we went to the file and we said create a disk image, now I will use it for something different. I will look at an image that was created previously. So I'm going to add an evidence item. This evidence item is an image file. So I will check image file and click next, and then I will browse to where my images are. In my case, I have a folder here of some images. Let's choose, let's take this one, open it, say finish, and this is what I see from the image. You can expand here the USB image itself. Under the root, you see all the files that are existing, that were not deleted, they were not marked to be overwritten by the operating system. All of these files are existing. You can see some, for example, here, an image. Let's see what image, kind of image is that. I'm going to expand this bottom file, and I see that it's some kind of fruits, image of a tray of fruits. Nice. And some other images that I have. I'm not gonna go over all of these right now. We have a text file and some other images. Also, we can look at the unallocated space, and I have chunks of unallocated space. Here's, for example, an image that was deleted. Nice picture. Here, apparently, a web page. Let's see, what is this? We need to analyze what we're seeing here. Down here, we can see some of the text. Let's take another one and another one. So basically what I want to show you here is that you can use FTK Imager for initial look at an image that you created previously, or if somebody's just giving you an image and you want to see what does it contain, we can look at that. That was a second use of FTK Imager. Of course, you can do the same thing with full tool for analyzing, like FTK itself, or like Encase or ProDiscover that you have the basic version of. One additional use that you can use FTK for is for capturing memory. I want to capture the memory from, let's say, this computer that I'm running right now. So I clicked on capture memory. I will enter the path where I want to put the result of this capture, and basically what FTK do here for me is a memory dump, and you can click on capture memory and it will start doing that. In my case here, I think I have 7 gigs. Not I think, I'm sure I have 7 gigs, and it will continue doing that. I'm gonna cancel this because I don't need it. I just wanted to show you that FTK can do that for you. One more use of FTK is that you can obtain protected files out of the computer that you're running FTK on. Protected files mean registry files, especially the SAM, which includes the passwords and the system key under the registry that you can look at. So that concludes our video about FTK Imager. Thank you.